That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. Erectile dysfunction.
Not to me, they don't.
Welcome back to
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Today we're covering some old news, but it is a timeless classic. Starring some people you don't care about, another clone of this guy, Trinity from The Matrix, Doug Jones.
Bye-bye, man.
Now, you've probably already heard a lot about this movie, especially when it first came out, so I don't want to get too in-depth on the story, so let's just go with a quick summary. If you want a more in-depth talk about the story of this movie, watch Ralph Seppe's review.
Then the dog shows up, and it looks like PlayStation game.
Three broke college kids, Rami Malek, not American, and only black men, buy a house that, I guess has the Bye-Bye Man in it, or his tiny table is there. If you say or think his name, he'll come after you and kill you. He's just a bad mix of Pennywise and Slenderman, and he looks like if Darth Maul and Voldemort did a little dance, made a little love, and got down that night and created a little bye-bye baby boy. He gives one of them erectile dysfunction for some reason.
Not to me, they don't.
And he spends a lot of time trying to convince Rami Malek that not American is cheating on him with only black men. Also, there's this librarian named Miss Watkins who is a national treasure.
Well, obviously he was batshit crazy.
The Bye-Bye Man convinces her to kill her family, and then she gets launched into the fucking stratosphere when she gets hit by a car. Finally, Rami Malek kills his friends and then himself, while the Bye-Bye Man just kind of stands there, points at him. I don't know what he's doing. Also, Rami Malek's brother is there, and also his brother's daughter, and it's kind of alluded to that maybe she read the Bye-Bye Man's name, but then she delivers the most insane, legendary line in cinema history.
Daddy, you know I can't read in the dark. What do you think I am, a flashlight?
Okay, so now you know the story, let's talk about what really makes it bad.
Spooky, scary. Bye-bye, man.
The ads for this are just really misleading and don't really show what the movie is actually like. For instance, look at the thumbnails of all the ads. The only real star in this whole movie is Carrie-Anne Moss, who played Trinity in The Matrix, but the thing is, she's not really a main character. If you took away 5 more minutes of screen time, she'd basically just be a cameo. But the thing is, all the thumbnails for the trailers have her front and center. Also, the trailer shows this scene.
Bye-bye, man.
Now, technically this scene does happen, but not like this. He does say the Bye-Bye Man, but his eyes don't roll into the back of his head, and he's slowed down in the trailer for some reason.
Bye-bye, man.
Also, the main part of the trailer is focused around the only competent scene in the whole movie, which is the interrogation between Trinity and Rami Malek. Carrie-Anne Moss is a talented actress, which we already know, and it seems like Douglas Smith can be a competent actor in the right situations, but this scene is really short and definitely doesn't reflect the rest of the movie.
Bye-bye, man.
The scares in this movie are extremely lazy and not really very scary at all. The only shot that creeped me out a little bit was this shot. He's in the background. There's no big scary music. He just lets the viewer sort of notice that he's there. It would be a good shot if it wasn't for the fact that why is he just standing there? He could easily kill him or do something else. Nobody else notices him, so it's just for the viewer to be scared of, but it doesn't make any sense logically. But as for the rest of the scares, I mean, most of them are funny. Like when Faye Dunaway fucking catches fire like it's the Hunger Games. It's comedy gold. They rely on cheap jump scares, there's no real build-up, and they defy all logic. All of them make you think like, what is the Bye-Bye Man doing right now? My favorite example of a shitty jump scare is here. I mean, there's no build-up, he appears out of nowhere in a window for some reason. Even shitty jump scares are a payoff, and this movie tries to have some tension sometimes, but not with this one. He just appears in a window out of nowhere. It's the equivalent of just clapping in someone's ear and saying, "Scared you."
Bye-bye, man.
Okay, so I know we already talked about a summary of the plot, but I want to talk about the real issues with it. First, what is the Bye-Bye Man's plan? There's so many moments in this movie where he could just kill them, but he doesn't. He makes these two think that the other one winked at them, but neither of them actually winked. Like, what's the point of that? Why does he give the guy ED? These plot points never come back, and I don't really know why they're put there in the first place. The amount of fucking weird, just unimportant things they include about the Bye-Bye Man. Coins fall out of the ceiling and the walls when he's around. He has a pooch for some reason, and train lights and sounds are like a theme in it. Apparently it's because it's based on a true story, but first of all, bullshit. Second of all, you're the one writing this story. You can choose whether or not you include these unimportant details. There is absolutely no excuse. Okay, so would I recommend this movie? 100%, not even jokingly. It's one of the funniest movies ever made. Just grab your friends, some popcorn, and a good sense of humor, and don't say it. Don't think it. 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 The N-word.